And we are back. OpTic Nation still leads 2-1, but Dream Team showing some fight in game 3. They win it with just a 1-point finish, 4-3 at the end of that one. Again, a great performance from that man on your screen sender.
Yeah, and OpTic Nation slowing down quite a bit as well. They went from 2 pretty much phenomenal performances to Embos being the only one that was positive. Surprisingly enough, it was Miracles sitting at the bottom. He ended up finishing at like 21 and 29 or something, and Ricky even was 20 and 32. So if it kind of stays the same in that sort of slaying power role, OpTic Nation is going to have a lot of problems. But the thing is, Parliament all bows. Now we're going to compound a lot of ASM1s.
I was thinking the same exact thing. So we just saw DT has the better ARs. Who's got the better SMGs? ON looking stronger in Detroit for the most part of that game.
In Mirror we trust.
In Mirror we trust, my friend. He had a really rough game back on Parliament. We'll see how he plays on the other DLC map in this series. Compound coming your way right now, and as the players are loading up, gotta get your prediction, man. Are we gonna see a game 5?
It seems like we're going to see a game 5. Of course, those players have to make sure they switch to get the correct team, but we saw the first S&D all the way at around 11. I would love to see something similar again, going toe-to-toe in the S&D. A little bit more of a difference between these two teams in the respawns, but of course, Compound, Hardpoint, one of the DLC maps. So many different factors on the table for this one. Going to see who gets the first kill early on. Embos going to be able to strike that first blood.
Embos had a great start to Detroit for the Hardpoint. Here he's gonna get your first kill. His teammates Miracles and Nameless also in the feed, but on the other end, Ivy, he was really the player to watch back in map number 1, and already he's opening up 2-0, starting to gain some time for his squad.
Well, yeah, you know, we tried to talk about the ASM1s coming out with the bows doing all of the damage right there for this DT squad, allowing Ivy to just hang out in the hill without pretty much having to do anything. Of course, it is going to get broken relatively quickly. Again, Nameless doing that damage with the bow, but of course, Ricky going to win at least one gun engagement inside the hill before getting picked off. But nonetheless, very close game. Right now, of course, only a 2-point differential between these two teams. It looks like Nation's going to take control again, but it's all about those spawns for that next kill. You see, it is going to be Embos trying to fight for him. He's able to pick up one before he gets stopped, but for now, DT is going to be favored, but now the rest of OpTic Nation coming in from the flood, Nameless getting in the back.
Hang out with Nameless for a little bit here. He's playing this passively and perfectly, finally cleaned up. 6-3 start from him, though. And the one note I had for these two squads, when you watch the opening push, 3 ASM1s out for Nation, 2 bows being used on the other side for Dream Team. So a little bit of mixed combinations, and look at that kill feed. Let me know if you see anyone swap it up. Only Nameless was running it on hill number 1, and it looks like here for hill 2 as well.
Yeah, OpTic Nation going to be able to take control of the second hill as well, but spent about 20 seconds just fighting for control, and no one was even really setting foot inside, so pretty low scoring game off the bat. But of course, OpTic Nation getting to the point where they're about to double the score of their opponent, actually well beyond that. My math is terrible, but nonetheless, DT able to strike back, but just a few seconds left on this hill. DT is going to be able to get that scrap, but you already see all the way at the right-hand side of the map, OpTic Nation, well, is actually still pushing the hill in the end, and now you see the spawn has come in. DT is going to be there right away. Of course, the first gunfight is going to go by the hands of Miracles, but a little bit of shakiness coming out, and you see OpTic Nation, there was no one there in support of Miracles, so they got to stop pushing those hills with just a few seconds left. That was actually something we heard in the comms earlier on the Detroit hardpoint as well, but got to clean that up just a little bit.
And we'll take a look here at OpTic Nation for a little bit here. Nameless playing very well with the bow, but I think you nailed it. You saw Miracles, only one rotating, and he actually made some great plays. Among 3 players, he took out one, injured his second, was dancing around until the third finally cut him down. He had a little bit of help. Nation is definitely going to be leading by much more than just the 1 point, and it looks like they will finally take that advantage. Dream Team, though, starting to push in, and I expected them to get right through. A good hold coming through. That was Mir with 2. Embos is going to get a knife in the back, and Miracles continues scoring. So Nation, a few mistakes, but DT unable to punish.
Of course, now just a few seconds left on this hill as well. So again, that rotation coming in. Now, of course, you see on your screen, DT gonna have that control early on. Of course, OpTic Nation going for the pinch as we speak. Not necessarily coordinated pinch, but still 2 players coming the back. And you see Ricky able to win that gunfight, shooting that guy in the back. And now OpTic Nation able to break in the final seconds, building up their lead further and further, crossing that 20-point margin. But now you see those 3 players swarming for DT, able to get in. 2 of the gunfights gunfights get one. Embos is able to pick up 2, and that 2-piece actually helps out his team greatly. Ricky was able to come up behind, picks up 2 of his own, but now it's a very back and forth hill. Mir kind of ignoring it for the moment, but now he's going to be able to flank 2 players, going to be able to win that first gunfight, but is going to get cut down for the second, and DT able to hold strong.
Lots of chaos up top, but you see that bow in the hands of Watson doing damage. Dream Team down by 10 points. We did a listen-in with the ON squad for game number 1. Let's go to our Turtle Beach team chat with the Dream Team.
I might pull a bow. I'm gonna pull a bow after I die.
Front red, dead.
He's next. Please rotate.
Where's he?
He's in
I got one top yellow,
No.
I don't see anybody.
He's in middle point.
I'll help you.
One
One's
out of
caution,
bow.
In the hill.
Spawn back bridge.
In the hill. I'll tell you where I spawn.
Where is he?
Middle.
I know he was in the middle of it.
Junk.
Watch your junk. I spawned out. I back yellow.
Junk. Ricky's 1 minute junk.
Our middle car.
I got one shot.
He's flanking. I got him on the hill.
Behind you,
One shot behind you.
I got him. Watch junk on me.
I'm helping you, Junk. One's pushing.
One shot there, left side of hills, left side of the crate.
Top going cut.
I spawned out white flag.
Chill.
I got him. One shot jump.
Chill. Oh, we need to go.
Jump in hill. Another one in hill.
Top hill.
Top cut mirror.
He's dead.
He's 1 minute. Let's go. Breaking now.
Last guy's there.
One shot. One more in the hill. Ricky. Nice.
I'm pushing forward.
One pinch.
Pay me back.
Dropping in the hill.
Name is 1. Let's go.
I rotate.
I'm mapping.
I'm hitting logs.
Logs, dead.
Logs on me.
Yeah, top yellow.
They're middle alley, logs. They're logs.
Oh, one's top yellow. We got to pinch yellow guys. We can't just look on mine.
I will. I'm pinching yellow.
Where's logs? Logs. There's two logs.
I don't see top yellow.
Step.
Dead and no. I got 2. One more for yellow. Membos.
Where's right side? No one left side. Their side.
One's pinching.
I'm double still.
I'm picking a pinch.
Got him. No one yellow.
One
Nice.
next to top yellow.
I shouldn't have done that. Top yellow.
Yellow alley. Ricky's 1 minute. Jump in the hill. Ricky's 1 minute. No, it's not.
I got time.
See when he's top.
Till the leg goes. Let's go.
He got me from the left. Yeah.
Contest that hill.
Yes, he's weak.
I spawned in middle alley. I'm standing over.
I need my junk. One guy's white flag.
One play. 1 minute.
Nice.
Jumped up red.
I got time.
He's Emo's in hill. Help him.
Help him.
They pushed me on our side. There's 2.
There's two there. I'm pulling out a sub.
Hold rotation. I'm pushing out Zig right now.
Trying to watch your back left.
Here, let's go. I'm in New Hill.
White crate.
I'm going to see you right now.
Crate. Embos.
Left side. ET killed.
One shot in the hill.
We got top spawn. Top. Dead.
Nice. Bose was weak in the
One
hill.
is behind us.
Oh, he's dead in hill.
Behind you.
Dead.
That's 3.
I don't see anything Zig. Pick up hill. One Zig.
I'm one shot. I got him. I
spawn top.
Middle map.
They're pitching mid.
Step. I'm watching Zig. I got you, Zig.
Yep.
Dig.
Top yellow. Top yellow. I'm lead up Andrew. 2 top yellow on me. And then middle alley.
One shot Zig.
2 top yellow middle alley.
Nice 3. Last kid's yellow cut.
Name said, let's go.
Watch your Zig. I'm standing up front. I stand him out front.
I think they're mainly front. One guy's bottom white plat dead.
I got one. Another one weak.
No white crate.
Zig. No money. White crate.
White crate.
Spawn out. Oh, man, we got to watch out.
Win this
We
rotation.
got to watch out when we push out spawns, guys.
Alright, I'm trying to watch your junk.
They got that.
I have your junk pushed out.
I'm sitting in red.
Watch this bottom bridge.
I spawned out junk.
They're hitting middle.
Yeah, top red. Middle alley on you, Troy.
Middle alley.
Yeah, he's behind me.
OpTic Nation takes the lead back. This one has been back and forth, and just like that, DT is inside the hill now. Chance, what is going on in this game?
Just absolute craziness back and forth pretty much the entire time. Can't really expect much more. OpTic Nation even polishing up some of the mistakes they made a little bit earlier, not rushing the hills when there's just a few seconds left. So you can see they're able to take the lead once again in full control, more or less. No one from the Dream Team anywhere near coming. There is one player on the flank. It's going to be Watson. He's able to pick up one. Going to have another gunfight against Mir. Mir, of course, with that ASM1 in close range, but Watson did a good enough job just to distract him. Going to get shot in the back, and you see DT able to take control.
It was 146 to 145 that it swapped the opposite direction. Nation built up about a 12-point advantage, but now that is disappearing. 13 points remain on this hard point. Both teams fighting for control. Ivy's inside for Dream Team. He's going to get dropped. Miracles is going to be able to pick up the final 4 seconds, but this is where the game will be decided. Ivy setting up first is going to get taken down. Now We'll find out, can Watson break through the setup here from ON?
Well, Watson was able to hit both those stuns, cleaned up that kill, of course. Still players from OpTic Nation going to be above him, and his teammates in top are losing those gunfights. Watson was able to pick up a third, but that is going to allow Ivy to sit in this hill and control it just for a moment. You see a player from OpTic Nation going on the flank is going to get picked up. A team kill comes in as well. Nonetheless, there's going to be one more player. He's going to get shut down, so the team kill having full effect. OpTic Nation able to break through now with just more than a 10-point lead. Ivy trying to push in the front once again with DT is going to get cut down by Embos, and now you can see OpTic Nation really just taking control of this one. However, one player from DT coming in the back, gonna get cut down as well. So DT has been playing phenomenally well, but it's not enough. OpTic Nation with a 20-point lead.
20 points, a minute 6. Game not fully decided yet. Neither team was able to get a full 60 there. It was pretty even split at the end. And now with a 6-point advantage, ON feels the pressure. They rotated early and they will hold it. DT's got to break right here if they want to get into the winner's bracket. Otherwise, it will be ON moving on from this pool. Embos inside, continuing to score. 38 seconds remain.
Nation winning their gunfights now. 3 players from DT coming in the front. They're going to have to clean up Embos very, very quickly. Embos doing a decent job to stay alive, but he is going to fall. DT able to take control. Time is ticking down, though, and you see Mears contesting. That's a clean 4 down in favor of DT, beginning to make this comeback, chipping away at the time. Down by 10 seconds, 20 seconds left in. Now OpTic Nation going to need to at least contest or flood in, and the kills are not going in their favor. The OpTic Gaming gamertag of Formal is destroying them right now. They're going to be able to take the lead. If Mears is just not going to get contested, they need to take him out.
Diabolic with some big plays, but Miracles and Ricky bust through. 204, 199. Nation is going to seal the deal. What an intense series. A round 11 in search and destroy. Both of the hard points decided in the final minute. And Miracles going huge in the last minute, working with Ricky and Embos. Gets 14 captures. He goes +3. But wow, this was a lot better than a lot of people at home expected. Hats off the Dream Team. They played their hearts out, but ON is the stronger team today.
Definitely seemed to be that way, and it, really led the charge was Miracles again. The ASM one on that map was huge. He had 14 caps to his name. Didn't quite lead the lobby. Ivy was able to touch him up, but he wasn't able to touch him up on kills. But either way, able to clutch up in the very end, winning just by such a small margin, 4 points. But nonetheless, phenomenal series the entire time. We saw a round 11 in the search, 2 close hardpoint games, and the uplink again, low scoring as well, just decided by, I believe it was 1 point.
You look on the other side for Dream Team. Watson, polarizing player. Undeniable that he is one of the strongest battles in this competition. 42-29. Did everything in his power to keep his team in it. But at the end of the day, they fall just short. Chance, it's been a pleasure up top for us, but it's time to hear from our analyst, Maven, TP, Senator Jack. Take it away.
All right, Puckett, Chance, thank you. What an amazing series. We saw that Game 4 really came down to the wire. DT coming up a little bit short. Teep, coming for you. You played for Nation for a long time. Is this going to give them any momentum? Can we see a good finish from them this weekend?
I think it really will. Some close wins. Overall, that entire series was pretty tense, especially going down on that last map. A huge clutch win, especially on a map like Compound, gives you a lot of energy as a team.
Oh, yeah, and throughout that whole series, neck and neck, really, that could have gone either way. Some more kills go in DT's favor. Before you know it, they're the ones up 3-1. First hard point went down to the final hill. Second game, the S&D, round 11. The uplink, Owen had a lead at the half, up by 3. That ends within 1. And then finally, that last hard point, within 2 seconds at the end, one final break game, and they were doing a great job holding that too, Teep. I mean, you saw them knowing exactly where Owen were spawning, but 2 kills go in Owen's favor. That's the one break they needed, and that's the difference between really hardpoint and advanced warfare and Black Ops 2.
Exactly.
You know, last night we were talking a lot about Nation, and we casted a match. Miracles was kind of a little bit short. We talked about he's been one of the more consistent players in the slaying department. Did he step it up for you? Did you see some better numbers out of him? Was this the Miracles you're used to playing with?
Yeah, definitely. We saw him stepping it up, putting a lot more aggression on, and I feel like it's all about confidence with him.
Yeah.
If he's confident in his team, he's going to play well, especially and Nameless. He went really big on that search. You went a big round 11 like that. I think got 11 or 12 kills on that one.
All right.
Both of these players are they rely a lot about their team energy and sort of the chemistry going on.
Yeah.
When everything's vibing out, going well, they have a lot of energy combined in the team, and they spread it to their teammates as well. So expect Ricky and Bose to step up also.
And then Jack, talking more on the DT side, obviously making it into this pool. What are their chances? Where do you see them finishing? And regardless of going to winners or losers, do you give them any kind of shot this weekend and maybe surprise people and take a top 8 finish?
I mean, I think that a big thing for them would have been winning that match to get into that winner's bracket aspect, but coming from the losers now, they're going to need some magic. Every tournament, there's always a dark horse team.
Yeah.
DT could definitely be that squad.
That's the answer I was looking for. Do you think they could?
I don't think anyone's denying that. I think that the big thing to watch out for with the squad, as you heard Puckett say, Watson. 42 kills that last game with the Bow.
Impressive.
He's someone that's going to need to match.
He's become one of my favorite players, man. Since that interview at Gfinity, I love him. He's great. He's just got this kind of like iconic personality, really outgoing, really fun to watch in game as well. Flashy, I love it.
Well, honestly, his type of style of play reminds me a lot of someone like Octane. Seems like he plays maybe on a higher sensitivity. Not sure if he does, but the way he plays, he loves to, move around, quick pace with the bow, snap onto people very quickly, using that hip fire snapshot type of mechanic in the game, and it reminds me a lot of Octane. Very similar stuff from them. Definitely a top bow player.
Oh, wouldn't surprise me at all. Octane, I think, plays on 6 sensitivity.
Right.
I'm sure he matches that as well. Another thing to point out, too, is he received a lot of criticism because when he first joined this team, it was shaky. There were some dark times. Now it looks like they're beginning to kind of get somewhere with the squad. Obviously, 3-2 over ISO. That loss there puts them in the loser's bracket of it, but as we mentioned before, definitely can see them making a run throughout the rest of today and tomorrow.
All right, well, pool play, from what I understand, has now been wrapped up. I know it's tough to keep up sometimes. We're hopping from here to Bravo to Alpha. We're all over the place, but we do have the pools finalized. Let's first take a look at Pool A. We're going to bring you through. You can get an idea who's going to be going into winners, who's going to be going into losers. Top 2, OpTic Gaming and Team Infuse. I don't think this surprises anyone, but how do you guys feel about it?
I was honestly surprised with how well Infuse was playing off the rip. Honestly, should have
that first series, though, we were like, okay.
Yeah. True, that sort of solidified it. But going into the tournament overall, I'm saying we just didn't think they were going to be able to step up. They really should have beat OG and took that #1 spot. But overall, great gameplay from them. We kind of said it after that OG game, like, is this team going to be able to bounce back? They did. Second in the group.
Now, Jack, is this the most unimpressive 4-0?
I mean,
does it feel kind of like meh?
No, I mean, OpTic Gaming, they did what they needed to do today.
Yeah.
Obviously, that Infuse match, one S&D round would have put Infuse in first, but instead they finish at 3-1, and that's just kind of the story of Marky B and AW. Gfinity 100K, he gets 4th with his squad that a lot of people are doubting as well.
All right, well, we'll move forward. Jack, we'll go into Pool B. It's going to be FaZe and OpTic Nation. This is a pool where I thought with as inconsistent as Nation has been, I definitely thought if anyone had a chance for upset with Vitality and DT in this, anything could happen. Yeah. Tyler, any surprises here, or is this kind of what you expected?
Isolation's playing a little bit poor, in my opinion. They seem to be that type of team that when something goes bad, there's always an excuse. There's always something that's going wrong with them that's not always their fault that they say. So overall, it was expected. It's not a shocker that OpTic Nation was able to step up and take that second spot in the group. I think Nameless definitely brought a more mature personality to that team. Something they definitely needed. Some of that, a vocal leader, especially in Nameless, that they definitely needed, and a bow player. Very strong.
Well, Jack, you could say, like, honestly, any of those 4 teams outside of FaZe really potentially could have been in second.
Oh, exactly. And if you didn't ask me that question, if you asked Teepin, Isolation, 100%. I think that's a team that, looking in that pool, what happened to them, I had a lot of expectations for them. They've been building this team and this brand for, 7-8 months now in Advanced Warfare, and continually improving. Honestly, you probably, I know they do make up those excuses at times, but you probably respect the fact that they've stick together with the majority of the same players.
There's such a success for Dito. Dito going, being top 5 player arguably in Ghost, now coming through with this team, bringing it into the pro bracket's been amazing. But let's get moving forward. We're going to hop into Pool C. As we continue going through here, we'll take a look at how this progressed as well. Now, Jack, looking at this has been just a ridiculous... I mean, this was the most absurd pool for me. I know there needs to be some updates because Justice, I believe, is 2-1 actually because they
we cast that match, exactly.
Yes. So actually, we can correct here. Top 2 will be Denial and Justice, Jack. Just FYI, in case you didn't catch that. That'll be the top 2. But what are your thoughts on this pool?
Denial, no surprise here. Honestly, if anything, I'm surprised with how darn good they are. Classic is a great fit on that team. So far, he's brought a lot to the table for them. For me, they look much more consistent also in the hard points. They're outslaying teams like they always do, but now they're beating them by 100 seconds, which they always missed out upon. Really looking at this pool, Epsilon is my big issue. The team change frustrated a lot of people when it happened.
Yep.
I'm seeing people respond to like all of Parasite's tweets with the royalty camo picture from Advanced Warfare being like, this is your difference, like, here's your difference maker. So obviously people still frustrated about it. Royalty now on his new squad. They've been doing pretty well this weekend.
Well, TB, I want you to touch a little bit because we got to cast one match with them. Maybe everyone kind of knows the faces of Rise Nation. You know the faces of Epsilon Justice, people not as familiar with. What did you see from them in that last series? You saw them beat Rise in that Game 5. What did you see, this young squad? What do you like about them?
The standout has to go to Assault. He was just making absolutely huge plays that entire series for them, able to pull out that close win versus Rise, but didn't matter the game type. Every single one absolutely going off. Double digits in S&D. His ball shot, he was playing under Formal's name, looked like it in that series.
It absolutely did, right? All right, well, let's move things forward to Pool D here as we're wrapping things up. I think this was probably the easiest one to predict coming into it with Envy and Elevate on top. TP, were there any surprises really in this group, or is this exactly what you expected?
I mean, you kind of expected. You know Envy and Elevate are going to get the 1-2 spot in that group.
You would hope.
You know, Orbit seemed to be doing a little bit better. I know initially they were struggling a little bit, but able to get a couple wins under the belt, moving up a little bit further. Getting third in that group is always nice. Get a little bit of a relaxing time to check out some other teams and stuff like that. But overall, Envy playing quite well. I knew the pressure from Looney and Jerd. I've teamed with both of them. Crazy sub players, and they take a lot of pressure off of the other on their teammates.
Well, Jack, what do you think about this Envy team? You know, they've been so strong the past couple events. Friday, even into Saturday, they play amazing. They drop no series. Hastro gets popped. The team's playing amazing, and then they just collapse. Like, series loss, losers bracket loss, out.
Oh, I've been saying it all weekend. Right now, Goonjar has been doing what he needs to do for this team. I got to cast their match versus Elevate yesterday. Search and Destroy went all the way to round 10. In that final round, Goonjar shoots Octane's body, sent him a message saying, you know what, I filled in your spot.
Back, baby.
And look at us right now. We're about to get first in the pool. I love stuff like that in game because you know what? It shows the fire. Looney got right back up. These guys played for so much on the line, so much pressure. Obviously, Envy, a huge brand, a ton of fans who expect the highest of their team. Also, something to point out, Jerd had some shaky games where he was kind of struggling, where his aggression was almost a little bit too much.
Exactly.
Well, you've probably been a part of that, too.
Yeah, I have a lot of experience with Jerd.
You touch on it.
I don't want to say he goes on tilt so much, but he's such a fast player. I want to say one of the fastest in the game. Reminds me a lot of Zuma. He's not as consistent with it. We see Zuma be able to switch from Bal to sub to sniper, able to sort of slow down his gameplay at times. If Jerd can figure out those times on those certain maps where just to slow it down, wait for his teammates to make that first little push, I think it'll help him out a lot. But Jerd is that player dropping 40 and 40 in hard points. You can't replace him.
Amazing. Yeah, I mean, not much more to touch on. We've gone through the polls. Quick update for you guys. I know people coming in and out, you may not have seen all the action, but we've just about got everything wrapped up. The only one that was a little, I think it was what, Pool B, that we were missing some stuff. I believe the Justice win over Rise should propel them into second, because if it comes down to the head-to-head, they should have the spot. So that should be rounding out your teams that are going to go into winner's bracket. I guess one thing I'd like to ask real quick before we get to the interview, when we think about this, is there one team that didn't make it in top 2 that's in this loser's bracket that you think might have an opportunity to make a run?
Whew, that's a tough one for me, Jack. What do you think?
Honestly, thinking about it right now, oh, okay. Chris.
What is this? Chris has just brought me a treat.
Oh, okay.
This is specifically for me?
Okay.
Shrimp corn dog.
Oh, thank you.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
We're good.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Well, honestly, if I had to say one team, Rise showed up yesterday. I don't know if they're going to make a run. I said that they would be my dark horse back at Gfinity. They've made some changes since then. I just like picking Burns because I know how hyped he gets. Do I think they're going to be my dark horse? Kind of a little skeptical on that one. Maybe Isolation, because this is just a team that I feel like never gives up. And if they're going to make a run, it's going to be now because their backs are against the wall.
Right. I kind of agree with that one with ISO, yeah.
Okay, well, we do have Chance on the floor for an interview with Nameless and Imbos.
What's up, guys? Chance here with Embos. Nameless. Guys, congratulations. You made it through to winner's bracket, but a bit of a rough start you guys had yesterday. I finished 1 and 2 in the bracket, so definitely a must-win match for you guys. How did it feel not only to come back, but do so in a more or less dominating fashion?
Honestly, it feels great because yesterday I feel like we definitely should have beat ISO. I mean, we had a great match for his phase. It was pretty close, but it definitely feels good to finally go into the bracket, and I'm really excited. I think we're good. We good.
Definitely some solid performances without a doubt. Obviously, the new factor for the team is Nameless getting picked up relatively recently. Now, the play that stands out to me in my mind was round 11 in the first S&D. You pick up an ace to finish that off. So apparently you're doing a phenomenal job for the team, but how confident do you feel with the roster moving forward?
I'm really confident. I played with these guys before. I really enjoy playing with Bose, Ricky, and Mir, some of my best friends outside of the game, and I think it translates to our chemistry in-game. And honestly, a few hiccups yesterday. It's our first time playing on LAN as a team, and in this match, it finally felt on form. Everything was going right, and I think we're going to have a good run.
Firing on all cylinders, improving every single day, and of course leading into championship Sunday, exactly what we want to have happen as a team. Now, moving forward in the winners bracket, I believe you guys are going to be facing Envy in what's going to be a best of 7. Now, do you feel confident playing Envy moving forward? Or obviously you do, but do you think that's a good matchup for you? Are there any maps you'd like to see? Just any thoughts on the match?
I think we match up pretty evenly against Envy. That was probably one of the teams I wanted to play first, honestly, so we can, if we do win, we can get that momentum going into the next match. Same for them. Like I'm sure they want to play us as well, so it'll be a good match. But I don't know, man. He's been going off. If he keeps playing like the way he was, we'll be good.
Fair enough. And how about this? Players to watch out for Envy, and then on your own team. Obviously, you said Nameless. If you keep performing, you're going to be fine. But how do you feel about that same question?
I think Jerd is an explosive player, and I'm going to work to we got to shut him down. And our search and destroy has been really strong. We haven't lost a search yet, I don't think. And there's 3 searches in a best of 7. So I think that's going to benefit us a little bit, give us an edge, being that they're a new team and that they really probably haven't had much search practice either. So I think Jerd's probably the player to look out for.
Definitely incredible stuff to think about, all the searches. But guys, congratulations. That's going to be up for us. When we come back, going to have FaZe going against Elevate on main stage.